Hello, and welcome to Donna Parsons Pilates. In today's video, we will illuminate some key elements that are necessary for effective practice of the Pilates mat work. The first basic principle of Pilates is breath. The muscular action of the breath is consistent. Every inhale is through the nose, expanding through the sides and the back of the rib cage into the upper back, while keeping the lower abdominals engaged. Every exhale is through the mouth while engaging the abdominals deeper without changing the position of the core. When coupled with movement, the exhale divides into two parts. The first part is stabilization only, and the second part is movement. Practicing the timing of the breath with movement is the key to organized strength. The second basic principle is the stabilization and position of the pelvis. This is our lower core that includes the entire abdominal system and how the femur bones interact with the hip joints to create power from the legs. Without precise stabilization of the pelvis from the abdominal system, we will not create true strength. In these basic mat preps, we're using the breath to stabilize the pelvis in a neutral position. Then we're challenging the stability of the pelvis with movement of the femur bones into the hip. As we get stronger with the stability, we can challenge it further by extending the leg away from the body, making sure that the pelvis holds its position as the leg extends away from the center. It's not about the movement of the leg, but about the stability of the pelvis and the function of the entire core from the top of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Starting from the top of the core and curling the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat is one of the more difficult movements to do correctly. It's not about how high we curl up off the mat, but how well we can stabilize the pelvis. If we prioritize stabilization instead of movement, we will come to a hard stop where the whole entire abdominal system is turned on. The lumbar spine is stabilized slightly off the mat in its neutral position. The upper back muscles are working to open the shoulders, and the neck is protected by everything below to hold the right muscles accountable for the action. From there, we can further challenge the stabilization by adding movement of the arms and using the breath to create more challenge. Rolling the spine off the floor into a bridge reverses the action and focuses on the stabilization of the upper body as the lower body moves. We place the feet and legs within the width of the pelvis and hold the parallel alignment throughout the movement. Sequencing the entire spine from bottom to top while stabilizing the upper back, arms, head, and neck is one of the most important building blocks for all of the mat exercises that incorporate sequencing of the spine. This exercise is the bridge to all of the inversions included in the mat repertoire. The next exercise we'll do is the cat stretch, a universal exercise found in many movement trainings. Most people have flexibility in their low back in extension or the inward curve, while their upper backs love to be in flexion or the outward curve. In my world, I say just because you have it doesn't mean you can use it. When it comes to protecting the spine and working the postural muscles, we can train more flexion in the lumbar spine and more extension in the thoracic spine, which is the opposite of what feels good. This is a very effective prep exercise for holding the lumbar spine accountable for support while without overloading the vertebrae and teaching the thoracic spine to open and support the weight of the head without dumping into the neck. We take the pelvis into an unsupported position and challenge the stabilization with movement from both arms and legs. Anticipating the action, or what I call be there before you get there, informs the movement and prevents overextension of the lumbar spine and overflexion in the thoracic spine. When the reflexive action of the body takes over, we lose focus. Once we become aware, we retrain our senses to detect bad habits that have been formed unconsciously. It requires the presence and the action of the breath as it connects with the entire core of the body, keeping us proactive instead of reactive. We must understand that we direct our bodies, not the other way around. These principles are basic, universal, and foundational. When we want real change for our bodies, we have to look beyond the trends and the superficial appearances. By looking deeper into the roots of why our bodies practice dysfunctional movement, we can change the outcome. Pilates mat work does not replace anything. It's the foundation for everything. It requires us to dive deep into simple movements which have the power to transform our lives. Thank you for watching.